Good day, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Front Runner Fridays podcast. On today's episode, we are live on the streets of Adelaide, South Australia for the 2024 VAILO Adelaide 500. On today's episode, I'm joined by a very great man in this sport, made a name for himself in this category pretty quick, mate. He is a Tyrepower V8 SuperUte Series driver and current championship leader with one round to go in this year's 2024 championship in Adelaide, Marjoram. Adzy, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me. It's always good to come in and chat some poo, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, mate. So, Adelaide Street Circuit this weekend, it bites hard, this place. Some of the boys from Western Sydney Motorsports have had a couple accidents on turn 8 this weekend. What's it like out there for you? You've had plenty of experience here, mate.
Yeah, look, I've been lucky to race here from 13 through to 19, and then last year and this year. So, done a few laps.
Yeah.
It's a cool track, as you say, turn 8, risk versus reward. It's how hard you push, and you always kind of step up over the weekend. But, you know, the good thing is it's been resurfaced recently in between the break, between the old Adelaide 500 and the new Adelaide 500. So kind of finding the front end on that grip and pushing hard. So it's good fun, and it's rewarding when you get it right, this place. But if you do make a mistake at turn 8, turn 9, even over the curbs through, 12, 11, that kind of area, you can, as we saw in race 2 yesterday, you can come unstuck pretty quickly. So, love this place, and it's cool.
Okay, and you've had a bit of luck on your side this weekend, as we can see. Yesterday, in third, the boys were going for the win, Cody Brzezinski, a couple of the other fast juniors in this category, going for the win, fighting it out on the final corner, and then you just slid straight through the middle and took that race win, mate. How was that?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's not very often that I get good luck, so I'm normally on the back end of receiving the bad luck. So, to be honest, to get some sort of good luck was kind of cool. I didn't actually know what had happened until I crossed the line, because obviously the sea seemed to part a little bit, and Cody obviously went up the inside of Jaden, and that kind of happened, and we scooped through for the win. So
yep.
Couldn't believe it.
Couldn't fathom it, kind of.
It was hard, right?
Yeah, okay.
But no, it was cool. So I mean, you take any win the way you can get them, but you don't want to take it by attrition. But I guess the only thing is, at least we've showed good pace all weekend. You can say it was deserved, but you never want to win a race by other people having bingles. So, hey, we'll take it though. And obviously Cody's been strong all weekend, so he's going to keep me honest in the last race today, and he kept me honest yesterday.
Yeah, tomorrow as well, yeah.
He will, but he's been quick all year. He kept me honest at Darwin. Like, you can't ever dispute that guy is quick.
Yeah.
But hopefully we're just a bit quicker, being selfish, right?
Yeah,
but
for
no,
sure.
He's done very well.
Yeah, good mates in this category. I've only just started doing interviews in SuperUtes, and I've found that everyone here very polite, but you're all just mates out having fun, really.
Yeah, it's one of those categories, like in other categories I've been in, like you're racing for a career or you're racing for sheep stations, you don't get that camaraderie. Mm-hmm. I guess one of the reasons that I've come out of retirement to race is because you can actually enjoy your racing.
Definitely.
Look, you are racing for sheep stations. You are doing everything you can. It's not a gentleman's sport.
No.
But by the same token, the fact that you can go between teams, you can actually be mates, you can have a laugh, and hopefully, the after party, I should say, the awards dinner, you can have a beer. So, 100%. And there's some really quick guys coming through. So, obviously, Cody's one of them. Jaden's another one. You do have really quick guys. You've got the old guys. Sounds bad to call myself an older guy now, but
you're in that kind of tier, you could say.
Yeah, definitely in the twilight more than the rise of my career. Everyone's good mates. You're at different spots and you're all trying to achieve different things, but there's no animosity, which is really good.
Most definitely, mate. And let's talk on the travel aspect of V8 SuperUte. So some of the best street circuits in Australia, I believe. Adelaide 500 this weekend. I'm from the Gold Coast, the home track. You raced there a couple of weeks ago. We got Bathurst and all these amazing tracks. We got to go to Darwin this year. Is that kind of part of the reason why you joined the SuperUtes, or you came back to the SuperUtes?
Yeah, look, I think, obviously, I mean, the way it all started, and I might touch on it a bit later, with Craig calling me up, was very surprising. And then when he asked me to come back full-time last year, I guess it was a very easy yes.
Definitely.
And one of it was Philippa being involved.
Okay, yeah.
She has done such a great job, and when I came back and did that one-off in 2022, I could see what she was going to do with it.
Yeah.
And when I got the opportunity to come back and say yes, I guess that was definitely one reason. The calendar's another one. Gold Coast, Adelaide, Bathurst. You're at all the season opener. You're at all the marquee events, and for the team, for their sponsors, for everything, I guess it's a bit of a no-brainer.
Yeah. Under the wing of Supercars as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like I wouldn't do it if we weren't on the main calendar.
No, definitely.
Like you want to. you want to be there in front of the right people, doing the right things. You get the best of everything. And you've got good drivers, you've got good tracks. We're putting on a spectacle because we do have the good cars. We do have the good drivers in there. The top 12 right now, in all honesty, like maybe in years gone by, I could probably say now with my level of driving, I'd go in there and go, look, I probably will be on the podium.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Right now, honestly, you can't guarantee a podium.
No.
I can't guarantee that I'll be in the top 5.
No.
It's really, really hard. So to be honest, the level of driver quality is actually one of the big draw cards.
Most definitely. I feel like that's why we have so many competitive wild cards and just young Groms out here, because once you get from Aussie racing cars or an RX-8, we have a lot of the boys come to the SuperUtes because it's a bit of a stepping stone to get to Super 2 or other bigger categories on our events.
100%, because the good thing is like you go to, if it was the old VA Utes, you would actually pick up a lot of bad habits on your way through. And when I went on my way through, I had to relearn everything really, really quickly. Nowadays, everything that translates from the SuperUte translates to a Super 2 car very, very
right,
easily.
okay.
Yeah.
So talking on Super 2, Touch, 2016, Betty Klemenko kind of spotted you, Erebus Academy in there. So jumped into a Super 2 car from 2016 to 2019. Talk us through how that was so big for your growth, your motorsport career.
Yeah, look, it was fantastic. I mean, it was actually a couple of years earlier with Betty Klemenko in 2013. They actually approached me at Sandown back then and saw what I was doing and all that, and actually wanted to create a VA team around me. So they inducted me into the Erebus Academy, but then they actually made the whole VA team just around me. And I had teammates throughout the 2 years I was there, but it was more just to make sure we had a opportunity in the Ute series to progress. So 2016 moved up to Super 2 with Matt Stone Racing and did definitely keep in contact with Erebus and all of that, and it progressed for a couple of years through there. Was great with the FG Falcon. It was one of my favourite more fun years because there was no expectations, we're having fun, and it was in a really, really cool car. And as a kid I was actually a big SBR fan, so really, really cool to kind of dovetail that. And then moved over to Image Racing in 2018, once again syncing up that Erebus relationship. Erebus wanted me to go there. I like Terry, I like the way they were operating, where they were going, and kind of moved from there.
Most definitely, mate. And you had a couple kind of years off racing in there, had a little bit of a break, and I'm actually just come off a bit of a break, kind of went down the wrong path of motorsport. Motorsport's where my passion is at. Kind of had a bit of a break here, we're back. Is that kind of what we saw with you? Kind of got lost a little bit there, did a bit of other stuff, but now you're back racing the SuperUte. Is that kind of what we saw a bit? Yeah,
it is. So I think, obviously I got to a point in my career where I achieved everything I could with the budget that we had.
Definitely, yeah.
So 2019, we were peppering outside the podium all the time, and it became very evident from other people, they are spending more money.
For sure, definitely.
And that's the kind of category where the more you spend, the more you will get.
Yes.
You can be the best driver in the worst car, you won't go anywhere.
Most definitely.
So I retired, and genuinely I had no plans to come back to motorsport at all, ever. Right up until the start of 2022, I genuinely, hand on heart, honestly believed I'd never see the inside of a race car again. And I guess now I've come back from reasons outside of my own control with Craig and what he's done. It's reinvigorating. It's great. We're here for the right reasons, and this is not a category that you can spend a lot of money and get proportionately the same reward out of it. So the best driver on the day typically seems to have the pace and seems to win.
For sure. Kind of like club level go-karting. Like everyone looks after each other. I've seen all the boys at Western Sydney helping out other teams here and there. If you need anything, hey mate, come over. Help each other out.
It's a great atmosphere, and I guess we're all lucky to be in the category. And absolutely, it's a lot of mateship. Obviously, we're racing for sheep stations. We want to win, right?
Yes, everyone.
But there's not that side of it where this guy with an extra $500,000 is going to do $500,000 better.
No.
If you go to another category, absolutely that's the case.
Yes.
But the good thing is it isolates the driver. If Borgie, if Davey, if Cricky, if any of these guys, Cody, are doing a better job on that day, they'll pick up the win. Most
definitely, and that's what I love about SuperUtes out of all our other categories. Everyone here love each other, they're all great. Now, quickly, lastly, mate, touch on tomorrow, last race of the 2024 season. Are we going to see Adam Marjoram take this year's championship, or let's have a chat to Cody Brzezinski? He reckons he's going to spin you off, final corner, he's going to take the win. What do you reckon? What's going to happen, mate? You have to finish. Talk us through it. He's talking some shit. You ready for the final bout of the year?
Look, at the end of the day,
he's going to give it a Borgie. That's what he's going to do.
What a stitch up.
So what's happening? Talk us through it.
Essentially, honestly, it's another race. It's a race weekend first and foremostly, and you just need to execute. And I want to try and clean sweep the weekend. That'd be really cool. But at the end of the day, if you do that, the rest of it looks after itself. Hey, it's another race. We go out there, I try to enjoy myself, the pressure's off, and we've had the speed all weekend, so hopefully we can just keep it going. No more, no less. It's easy to get caught up in the big picture of everything, but I guess when you're in the moment, it's going to be my first national championship if it does come off. I don't want to think about it. No. Let it take care of itself, and if it take care of itself, it's meant to be, and if it doesn't, well, I guess it's not meant to be. So, as diplomatic as that is, and it's a crappy answer for everyone watching,
that's all right. Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's the truth, though. You said that to me off the camera yesterday. That's what I love. On camera, you're same bloke, absolute larrikin. Great dude, mate. Yeah. Now, quickly before we end, Paulie from West Sydney Motorsports said, "What do you like about strawberry jam?" Out of Marjoram.
Of course
he's looking.
I love the fact that he calls me strawberry jam. That's the best thing about it.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast today, mate. It's absolutely amazing having you. This might be the 2024 Tyrepower V8 SuperUte champion. We're going to find out. Tune in tomorrow live. This podcast will be coming out soon. Thank you for joining another episode of the Front Row Fridays podcast, everyone. Live on the streets of Adelaide this weekend. Going to be good. I'll catch up with you next year, Adzy. Thanks for having me. Cheers, everyone. Have a good one.